Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. Here is the latest journal that I've made to share with you guys. It's a book that I found in an op shop and I just loved it. I really love making journals out of book covers, especially when they're really interesting in themselves. So this one, I knew as soon as I saw it that I wouldn't make any changes to it at all. I love how it's got this leaf at the top and bottom, and I love the spine here with the gold or the gilding, so I left that visible, so I didn't put the binding over the top of it like I do sometimes. And I just love, it's so cool, this gold shiny foiling or gilding, not sure what you call it, and an Australian prayer book. So I turned it into a faith journal, prayer journal, devotion journal, or just any type of journal, but it also has an Australian theme. So you can see I've got my kind of like green and gold theme going on here. And I only included, there's some vintage ledger papers in here, and I only included the green ones. And then it's interspersed with the coffee dyed papers. So I've just been really getting into the neutral vintage look of coffee dyed papers. And I've embellished it lightly and clipped things in. So again, it's more of a journal in my style where there's lots of room to journal. The pieces of ephemera in here, mostly you can clip them out so that you've still got the journaling space on the page. So yes, on the front and back, I just left it as is because the book was just so nice with this natural tones and colors in it. And I just included some paper bag, coffee dyed paper bags from Bonnie and Clive at the front and back, so you can keep ephemera in there or notes or something. And I included some photos that I took of Australian wildlife from my trip to Cairns. So there's a kangaroo or two. And oh, there's also Australian flora and fauna, so both. So there's some flowers. This is kangaroo paw, so I thought that was kind of cool how it worked together with kangaroo and kangaroo paw. And then I kept this one in there as well. I just added some washi tape to reinforce the spine, and it's also decorative. But there were these beautiful illustrations throughout the book, so I kept kept one in the front, and then all the others I pulled out and made into journal cards, and you'll see those throughout. This is a page from the actual book, so 1978 was when the book was made. And it's for use together with the Book of Common Prayer. It says it's 1662. So there's a page from the original book, which I quite like including. Vintage ledger paper from Denise, or graph paper. And then I got this cool travel book, like a log book, and I included pages from it. So it says the journey, and I wanted to put that at the front because it's, this is your journey, and you don't necessarily need to use it as a prayer journal or a faith journal, but if you did, it's your journey with God, or it could just be a general journal and it's still your life journey, or you could use it for a specific type of journey. Like it says day number, place, date, so you can record different things there. And these gold pegs I got from my mum, and I love them. Are they cute? Yeah, I really wanted this to be kind of like a field notes journal. So it's like, yeah, just as you go about your day and your journey and your life, you collect bits and pieces and you stick them in as this is kind of inspiration to do that, to get you started. And I love this clip here too, just that kind of look to it of a field notes little journal. Different types of coffee dyed paper. There's a glassine bag for pockets, so there's wattle, and we've got, I'm not sure what flower that is, but some sort of banksia. So when I think of Australia flowers, I think of wattles, banksias, bottle brushes, kangaroo paw, eucalyptus, all that kind of stuff. There's some music paper, and I like how it says "Nearer, my God, to Thee," so that's why I chose that one there. Green ledger paper, and here are those things. So it's the lovely illustrations of different flowers, and then I just sewed it onto coffee dyed paper and tucked it into this large pocket. And some lined paper, some grid paper. Oh, and I included some vellum in this one too. Some bullet journal paper. Love the texture of that. A flip out here. More vintage ledger paper. This one was from Tina. Thank you so much, Tina. Included one of those envelopes, coffee dyed envelopes. So in here we have another kind of banksia, and again, well, it's calling it bottle brush, so banksia bottle brush. Not too sure of the exact differences, but I paired those together in this pocket, if I can get everything back in. So it's a very large journal card. And then the next page is special because it's from my grandpa, a commentary he had, so really old, and you know, just the memories of my grandpa. Little coffee-dyed doily, or I think it's actually that's the natural colour. And I just included this because it says Australian Stockman's Hall of Fame, Outback, you know, makes me think of Outback Australia. But there's also flowers there, so it fits in. Here's the middle of the first signature, and again I use green binding to go with the theme, and I use green paper clips. So you've got the gold pegs and green paper clips, and we've got one of my envelope pockets again with a Banksia or bottle brush, and in here the window pocket, which has kangaroo paw up close. So that just goes in here. And then just a Rolodex card from Bonnie and Clive, coffee dyed. So here's another, I won't take it all out because it's a struggle to get back in, but there's one of those journal cards again, and another Banksia journal card there. This is another page they've just clipped in notes and doodles. And double-sided pages there, so lots more writing space. And here's another one of those beautiful illustrations. And I've clipped in a little wallaby. It's so cute. I got to pat it as soon as I walked into the enclosure, or it's not really an enclosure, it's very large. It came over to me, so I was like, oh, how cute, and then just gave it a pat. Oh, and look, it's a koala. Yeah, it's so cute. Look at it. Aren't they adorable? How they just kind of curl up and hold onto a tree. So cute. And in the glassine bag, more bottle brushes, kangaroo paw, and journal cards. This one's kind of cool. It just slips on map of Australia, so I like that. With more writing space on the back. All right, second signature, more ledger paper, a page from the Bible, and I just started with Genesis chapter 1, you know, creation. I like that idea, you know, God created the animals and he created the flowers, so it kind of ties in there, and nature. Like I said, my idea was more of a field notes kind of journal, and the idea being as you go about traveling or going out for nature walks, you pick up maybe a leaf here, a flower there, stick it in the journal. Keeping some maps and notes along the way. So this is another page from that book, travel book. So I like how it's got Australia on one side and the world on the other side. So I think that one, I kind of place all the pegs so that they stick out nicely in all different places. Hymns of Adoration. So this is a vintage book, that beautiful old blue cover. I still got to do something with that one too. More pattern paper, ledger paper from Denise. Vellum, grid paper. This is a page from this book, an original page, so it's just got the Lord's Prayer, so that was a good one to include. More ledger paper, another pocket here with another illustration. And then over here, another page from that book, and it's got photo log. So I kind of like that too, so you can keep all different photos in here, maybe write the details on this piece of paper. And then I included wattle, one of those cards with the wattle, acacia. Just clipped that in there. And on the other side, an Australian old penny or coin. It says 1 penny from 1911, and this I got from my dad. So again, special touches in this journal. And another illustration. Here's that wallaby again. He's so adorable. Look at him. And on the other side, this is me feeding a kangaroo. So cute. So just get that across more. We've got more vellum, coffee dye paper, ledger paper, another flip out, and one of these coin envelopes from Bonnie and Clyde, and inside I just have another bottle brush journal card, this time an orange one, and then over here I did a tuck spot behind it with some more vintage graph paper just for more journaling space. And almost at the end, there's the back page from the original book, and in here I've got behind it a Banksia or bottle brush, and in here just another piece from that book, and it says thoughts and ideas that came to me. So again, maybe while you're out walking or in nature or just in your day-to-day life, you write down some thoughts, or as you're reading the Bible or praying, some thoughts might come to you and you want to jot them down, and then that's just inspiration for what you can include on the rest of the pages, like a prompt. So that is the little prayer book. Isn't it cute? I absolutely love it, how it turned out. And it just reminded me again, yeah, I really love this style of journal, and it really makes me want to get a whole bunch more books. I want to get a bunch of vintage books and just books that have really cool covers that can stand alone. And I guess because I love writing and I love reading, so if I can combine a book with a journal, that's ideal for me. I think that just works so well together. That's the match made in heaven. A book journal. Yeah, because it combines two of my absolute favorite loves. So yeah, I hope you really like it. It's available in my Etsy. I will link Willow Bound Journals below in case you're interested in purchasing this cutie. Alright guys, let me know what you think. It's a bit different to what I've created, but I really enjoyed it, so I hope you like it too. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!